of the janitor.
Oh, not the janitor. He's just trying to do his job, man.
Right?
Performers have told of seeing that same janitor sitting in the balcony watching as they rehearse.
Aw, he's just trying to support and clean, man. Why does the fire have to claim his soul?
Poor janitor. I feel bad for the dude.
I feel bad for the janitor.
And those are the hauntings at the Landers Theater. And they do ghost tours, so...
Oh, well, that's good.
Oh, I want to go.
Again, why we totally need to set that up.
We need to go.
Yeah, we need to call him and see if she'd be interested, too.
Yeah.
Em, let's go. We gotta go.
So, now, that is the Landers Theater.
That is the Landers Theater.
And I like it because it's one of the few places in Missouri we've done where they know who the hauntings are.
That's helpful to the story for sure.
Yeah, I definitely like it when they can track it back.
Yep.
And now, let's take a moment for a word from our sponsors.
Ooh, sponsors!
911, what's the nature of your emergency?
Your world can change in the blink of an eye.
He walked into the bedroom and you know that she had been murdered.
So he's running up and down, screaming, "Oh my God, someone call 911. There are two men killing a girl."
I know my son, and he would not go that long without saying anything to anyone.
Safety can be an illusion and reality a nightmare.
So how do you steal a person, a grown person?
Unspeakable crimes can penetrate any small town, big family, pretty face, or innocent child. And in the wake of a loved one's murder or disappearance, there is nothing more cruel or desperate as silence.
Why won't people talk about it? That's another thing. People don't want to talk about it around here.
For the families of the missing and murdered, they gambled with their sanity as they lose hope in closure and settle for justice. That's where the cold case playing cards come in. In each episode of the Dealing Justice podcast, your hosts Jennifer Dubisak and Lori Jennings will spotlight one card from the cold case playing card deck. Hear the victim's story from the friends and family who knew them best.
Her mom will never stop fighting until she finds out what happens to her daughter.
Learn about the crime and help close the case. Welcome to Season 2. We're not just playing cards, we're dealing justice.
Okay, then.
Hey, guess what?
What?
I feel sponsored.
No.
That's good. That's good.
You supposed to.
So, some of the people that we're talking to for the second podcast, for the actual play podcast. Julene from It Goes Down in the PM. Which we were on her show this past weekend.
Yes, and it was a blast.
It was. I have so much fun with Juju. We played Uno a little.
Unfortunately, our Krysta didn't get to join us, but that's okay. She can join us the next time.
She was busy making money.
Yep.
You made $50 for helping someone with an estate sale. I wouldn't call $50 barely money.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We didn't even get to finish our food. It made me sad.
Well, I'm sorry.
They gave us food and then didn't let us finish it.
Okay, that's
kind of
unfinished food always makes me sad too,
Yeah,
so I can't really blame you on that one, kiddo.
There's a quesadilla left. We didn't eat it.
So, yeah, but we were on her show, so she's definitely a thing. Jeff Feitner from at Verboten PM has expressed interest in being a guest on the show.
Cool.
So, yeah, it was most people in the Pocket Fan group, which I would tell y'all how to check that out, but you can't, because otherwise it wouldn't be the Pocket Fan group. It's basically
a Twitter DM
So
where we all hang out and chat.
He's basically just rubbing it all in y'all's faces, so just ignore him.
Faces, Dad.
His whole, these are my friends.
Anyway, so I'm really excited about this, and I can't wait. But I want to do it right, which means I am going to not be rushed, take all the time I need to set up and do it right.
Yes, and it'll be awesome because you're awesome, dear.
Before we continue this message, I'd like to ask a question.
Go ahead. Ask your question.
Do you have a question?
Is this
Verbally,
is this
question of the night.
Okay.
It is a question. Okay, what's up, Krysta?
So, this week I was planning on surprising you, so I didn't tell you that I was going to surprise you because you would have asked
Because then it wouldn't be a surprise.
You would have asked questions.
I would have had questions. You're absolutely right.
Just one of you to explain to me.
I got it. I know the answer to that one.
Wait until Mom's ready.
Why do we have personalities?
To attract others. To form social groups, because we are social animals. If we were still prehistoric, we'd be grooming each other like the apes do.
Scientific.
That was very scientific. A little scary.
Sometimes I don't.
Don't our personalities come from the
Our personalities are the result of what happens to us in our lives, for sure. But we develop them. They're important because they lead to social groupings. And we are social animals.
Okay.
From this site called Life Science.
Okay.
Life Science. Sorry. An involuntary root of personality means traits must be inherited. In fact, for humans, about half of the differences in personality are genetic.
Wow.
So we inherit it from the people who birth us, who make us.
Approximately half. That means the other half come from your experiences and your choices.
My life choices, yeah. That would probably, the furry part would probably be for Melissa, not more.
Cool. Good question, Krysta. I like that one.
You know, I told you guys that I would start again soon, and I wanted to actually do it this week, so.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. So let's talk about HLN some more.
Okay, because I'm so excited everybody gets to watch Forensic Files 2 this weekend.
Yes. So here's the thing. I can't speak for you guys, but I've always seen us as a small independent podcast.
Well, yeah. I mean,
we certainly don't have the listenership of like Astonishing Legends, and that's why we drink. But
we love them. We idolize them even, and that's why we drink. Is like, I wish they were my besties.
I wish I could keep in contact with them because they're so cool.
They are. Yeah. Anyway, and of course, Graveyard Tales.
Yes.
Amazing to us.
Oh, yeah.
And
there's a lot of great shows out there. A lot of them.
Absolutely.
And like I said, we're not in their league.
Yes, nowhere near. But we have fun, and we appreciate every single listener and listen that we have.
Right.
So
I'm
what's
just saying.
this about?
Well, that's the point I'm trying to get to.
You're trying, okay.
So when they have access to those shows, and I'm sure they do if they could get access to us, us getting that DM from HLN and a producer there whose name I believe was Grayson,
talking about the third season of Forensic Files 2, premiering this weekend on HLN. It was kind of a shock to me. It was kind of like, oh my God, you could talk to anybody. Why are you talking to us?
Yeah.
And they didn't just talk to us. I mean, I know there's other podcasts they talked to. Kate at Ignorance Was Bliss, I know they spoke to her, and a couple others. I don't want to get into that, but I don't want to ruin the magic, you know.
The magic. Magic.
But the fact that they reached out to us just meant the world to me. And of course, I of course, like, sent them a review of the episode, and I got a thanks for it, but I kind of feel like it's the sort of thing that I used to thank people when they come up to me and say, you got to do a joke about this. There's no way I'm doing a joke about that, but I'm going to thank you for your suggestion.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know. So, but I'm not even going to tell them that I'm not going to do that joke either. I just, okay, thank you. Moving on. Anyway, they gave us a cold open that we could use, and so I'm going to insert it here so that our audience can get a little early taste of this upcoming season. And yeah. So, but definitely, it airs the 27th, which I believe is
this Sunday.
Yes. And I want to say it's like 10 o'clock our time. So it's like 8 o'clock.
We'll put links in with.
Yeah. Yeah. We can link it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
The quiet of a country farm is shattered by a fatal explosion.
It blew Roberto in pieces. He caught on fire.
There are thousands of bits of evidence and almost as many questions.
They went out to a crime scene and they collected things that, quite frankly, didn't belong there at the scene.
And one more thing is out of place. It's found on a sheet of paper that's blank, but still loaded with information.
When you see it, it's like, oh my gosh, that's what that is. That's what's happening.
What, Krysta?
What? Of Forensic Files?
2?
Yeah.
It's a true crime show.
Yeah.
It's not music. It's just they cover. They do.
They go over the forensics that they used to solve cases. You've watched it since you were this big. You've watched the original Forensic Files on reruns since you were literally crawling. Because it was something that Grandma always had on too when you were little, and I've watched on and off, and Dad has watched. So you have seen so many episodes you just don't even realize.
Okay, let's slide that in there.
Great. So we're going to put in the cold open, which is just an ad. Krysta, don't worry about it. It's an ad for the upcoming season, and then we're off to Boonville,
which is actually way better than it sounds.
Yeah, Boonville's a nice place. It's just a little ways down I-70. I think it's pretty. You're not
to be confused with Boone.
No, Boonville, Boonville. Now, let's talk about Thespian Hall. First of all, Thespian Hall is 160 years old. The roots of 160. It's older than the Landers Theater.
It's older than me.
The roots of Thespian Hall go back to 1838, when a remarkable thing happened in the frontier town of Boonville. That year, 60 leading citizens founded an all-male dramatic group called the Thespian Society, which enjoyed wide community support that was unique in its day.
Cool.
So, yeah, it's a frontier town, and, like, 60 of the most prominent guys in town decided to make a dramatic society.